Welcome to another Sunday out with your bullfrog. On Glenarm Road. I've got to watch these curves. Folks tend to fly across that line. A little ways back, I narrowly avoided 2 head-on collisions. Of course, with the camera rolling, no one's going to do it or be there. I know what'll keep the camera on, then it'll be safe. Not coming into the road's namesake, obviously. A mom-and-pop railroad station here, but you've seen it before, so I won't be stopping. How many times can one stop at a mom-and-pop station? All the time. And the former crossing. There were 2 tracks across the road at one time, until 59. The mom-and-pop one's crossed here from left to right on its way north. Now there's a wooden fence there. And folks at that house got a show whenever a train came by, I would assume. On Long Green Pike, northbound. About to pass the site of Bordy Vineyards to the left, or as I call it, the wino-ry. Every Sunday it attracts winos. Coming into Baldwin, a former mom-and-pop stop, where we turn left to pick up MD 165. And this is it, obviously. And now approaching Upper Crossroads. Up there is the store known as the Right Store, formerly. Now it's something else, the Wrong Store. Whatever. And here are the crossroads. Accurate name. And again moving. But how come when I put up a drive video on YouTube, I don't get a lot of views? And I take it to all these cool places. Other folks get 1 million views. I only get about 2 or 3 on mine, on my driving videos. I'll never figure that out. Not for the life of me. Look at these cool places I take it to. Yeah, let's see. Centralia, Charlottesville, Garrett County, Maryland, the Woodstock site. Who else takes you there? Entering Jarrettsville. No trains, but they got a subway. Next best thing. And already we're departing. That was fast. Just like back in '86 when I passed through Durban, West Virginia. Video posted. And up here, one of those inane traffic circles, which I can't stand. Going in circles like a NASCAR driver. They get paid a lot of money to do it, millions of bucks to do it. I don't get paid anything to do this. But it's still fun. Up here, picking up the original route to this. They took out this road in the early 60s. Or so say the early quadrangles from that era. Now passing through Street, Maryland. Another former Ma and Pa stop. And up there's the Ma and Pa grade. Right up there somewhere. And the site of the former Powellsville trestle of the Ma and Pa. I have photos of trains crossing that trestle. Up ahead to the right, the former Powellsville store, now closed down. But someplace I got a photo of that when it still existed, when it was still open. But I can't find it. On Route 136 temporarily. And up here is the former Ma and Pa crossing, where this little driveway is, but pulled up. Used to come out of there and cross over here, and go that way somewhere. And now back on Route 165, the main road. Heading back north on it again. And up here we cross state lines, and the road becomes PA 74. At the bottom of this grade was another Ma and Pa crossing, of course obliterated. Right here by that sign, from right to left on its way north. You can maybe still walk it. Looks like a bit of a path back there. Another circle. Am I going to be going in circles today or what? Back at you. Some cool places on the sign there. Just past a place called Ma and Pa Pizza Shop. I should have stopped. Wonder what a Ma and Pa pizza tastes like. About to cross Muddy Creek. Up until the 90s, there was a truss bridge here. The 80s, whatever. It's Muddy Creek that the Ma and Pa follows from Delta to York. It gave them an easy grade. And believe me, the way they were aligned, they could use as many easy grades as they could possibly get. Every now and then, one sees horse mess by the road, fresh horse mess, or as they say in German, Hoffenscheist, which tells you there's an Amish wagon someplace you gotta watch out for. The Amish are out today, already passed one. Oops, here's our turn. Gonna head east. Gonna head for the Susquehanna River by way of this road. Amish folks right there. Before going any further on our route, a little history. This is the former Lot 12 of the Susquehanna Tidewater Canal. And apparently long enough to lock two boats through at the same time. In fact, this is the same canal that once passed by Rock Run Mill in Maryland, which you can see in my Historic Maryland series on YouTube. Now facing southeast, the direction of Rock Run Mill, about maybe 20 miles to the southeast from here. The canal fell into disuse in the late 1800s and finally abandoned in favor of the Pennsylvania Railroad system. How about that? Its descendants became a railroad. Just like the locks in the C&O Canal, there's a bypass flume that parallels this one as well, right over here, or what's left of it. And some FYI for you, as per usual. Yeah, here you go. Nice area though. Interesting walk back to the vehicle. Back on the road again, along with the Amish, and crossing the Susquehanna. This is the Norman Wood Bridge. As I always say, Norman Wood what? Ah, more Amish. Something's amiss here. And up there is still more. Must be Amish Day today. I see kids in the back. Oh, Dolly's ancestors. That one wagon back there looked really loaded down. I feel sorry for the horse. Anyway, now passing Money Run Reservoir, here to our left. They store water there for hydroelectric plant. During the day, the water spins the turbines and generates electricity. But at night, they reverse the turbines, they become pumps to refill the lake from the river down there somewhere. Interesting how that works. About to pass beneath the Columbian Port Deposit Line of Norfolk Southern. Well, us cool folks call it the C&PD. Well, blow my horn. Big deal. Not much of an echo this time. Oh, a turbine. And now down by the Susquehanna, where some folks informed us there are eagles flying around. Somewhere up there. But they're hard to capture. There's one. Hard to follow though.
Yeah, exactly. Was the male.
Got a most of them there in the distance.
Yeah, I just told him we gotta get a bit. See, there's some over there, and we're not close enough to see what they are. I don't know if they're vultures or they look like little
Got vultures too.
Yeah.
Hope it's not an ominous sign. But here's where we are. And there's where that is. Everyone's still trying to see the Eagles. I remember them. They were a great band. Take it easy.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I enjoy them. I enjoy them.
Now go from the Eagles to a song by Neil Young, Down by the River. In this case, Susquehanna. With folks enjoying it. There's some islands there, a couple of which have structures on them, but you can only get there by boat, obviously. There's no bridge crossing over to them. Even a nice narrow pass there. And to the northwest, a relatively big island there in the river, with a boat docked by it. Wonder what that means. Someone's there. Oh, a flag too. Maybe something's there. Or whatever in the woods there. Our eagles are still flying around, along with our vultures. And now up by the Columbian Port Deposit Line, the C&PD, now Norfolk Southern, facing southeast. And northwest towards the power plant we were just at. After Hurricane Agnes tore apart northern central, Amtrak came this way to Harrisburg for a while, but only for a few months before being discontinued. This was all electric at one time, but no longer. I believe I've got some photos with the catenary still in place. And back in the 80s, I used my cool filters coming out here too and shooting pictures. Of course, now it's Norfolk Southern, but they normally don't run in the daytime. But last year, 2014, a couple of office car specials came through here, but I wasn't here to capture them. Oh well, my loss. And before going any further, there are the intakes for the power plant. And over that way, the lake, with more eagles. Yeah, she's having her fun too. And now one more power plant for you on the Susquehanna. This one's known as Holtwood. That dam isn't all that high, but beneath it, an almost dry Susquehanna. One can almost walk across the river. Or at least jump across it. And over there at the Norman Wood Bridge, the bridge we crossed to get here that I showed you, with all the Amish on it. But beneath the bridge, an almost grassy riverbed, almost totally dry. Check that out. But down by Muddy Run, plenty of water. Here, almost none. Interesting phenomenon there. Interesting how the Susquehanna is a mecca for hydro plants. There are 3 of them located on this river. Actually 4. Interesting dam set up there too. A dam and a levee. Hope it doesn't break, like that Led Zeppelin song said back in '71. Another levee there. And northwest up the Susquehanna. Behind the camera, some AC/DC. Actually, just AC. And over there to the right of all that, a big slate hill. Wonder what's over that hill. Got a breeze going too. And of course, these are all FYI. And usual propaganda too. Yeah, you're hot. And now back on our side of the Susquehanna, and back on PA 74 as well. Interesting clouds. I hope they aren't rain clouds. Now entering Red Lion, another former Ma and Pa stop. And up here the Ma and Pa once crossed from left to right on its way north to York. Came out of there and went that way. But no longer. I'm now stopped by the Ma and Pa's Red Lion station itself, looking southeast. A piece of track there still left, but of course no longer operating. One time there were tracks on both sides of the station. That's the passenger track there. And there's a track for freight over on this side, but no longer. So it's a depot, both freight and passenger. Maybe you can hear the bells of Red Lion. Oops, they just stopped. This is one noisy place, though. And these days, that's what's inside there. We'll have to go inside one day. This station had high-level passenger platforms to make it easier to board the train. You just step right onto the car instead of going up the steps in the vestibule. A bit nicer, but almost unusual for the Ma and Pa to have that set up. And now facing northwest, the track of course would have continued on at one time, but that car lot was extended over it and obliterated it. But I got photos of when it was still there, when the track was still in place, along with the crossing signals. Doesn't look like that anymore, does it? Now it's all different. As I said before, I waited for a train. I got the funny feeling it'll be an awful long wait if ever again a train shows up here. Beyond there, a storage facility where the yard there used to be at Red Lion. A former Red Lion yard. There was a cigar box factory here the Ma and Pa once served. We could all use cigar boxes, couldn't we? We could all use those. And here the low-level platform is still in place before they put in the high-level one towards the end. And again, the site of Red Lion Yard, where Ma and Pa boxcars are parked. And here's how it looked back in the early 80s when the cars are still parked here. But again, no more of that. What happened? And there where Wonder Woman is standing would have been the freight track. Yep, freight was unloaded on this side of the station. And the back entrance. But here, a piece of the freight track showing. Got one rail there in the asphalt. Now departing town on PA 24 South. Now we're on Felton Road. Felton being one more Ma and Pa stop. And now we're in Felton. Let's find the Ma and Pa. Now on Felton's Main Street, the main drag through town, though it doesn't look like it. Now I bet the place should be the Ma and Pa crossing, or I should say former crossing. A little cool stuff. Like a West Virginia town, almost like Durban. And up here where the former crossing would have been. But no more track would have gone from right to left on its way north, but now obliterated. There's looking to the south. They ran right along there. And going north, it would have gone right by here. Right there, past that gazebo. But of course, not there anymore. The station was there someplace over there. And I guess that's proof. But of course it's gone now. Somewhere down there. Or could that be it? I don't know. There's a deer up there. Where there was. Over there you can almost tell where the line ran. That level area there. Back in the 80s they parked boxcars along there. Hey, you missed the Preakness. Oh, cool clouds. But that's where the Ma and Pa ran. You can almost tell a cut way down there. But I know one thing. I'm glad I got those pictures back when I did. Now it's all gone. The track went parallel along here. I used to get out and take more pictures back in the day. Again, a former crossing here. And the track would have run that direction. You can even tell now. Heading back into Felton. And again, the Ma and Pa way over there. And again back in Felton proper. And the former crossing came out of there and went that way. As I said, could have got pictures while I still could. Felton was established in 1899, which means that when the Ma and Pa's predecessor came through here, Felton didn't exist yet. How about that? Now departing Felton on a road that I hope gets you back to Route 24. Interesting Pennsylvanian back road here. Just gotta watch out for all these curves. More curves than some women, if that's possible. I guess it is, look. And back on 24, which will take us towards Stewartstown. But now we're in Winterstown. Another quaint hamlet. That sounds like a Shakespearean play. Hamlet. Or Little Pig, one of the two. Over here, the yellow grass of Pennsylvania. Well, if it was blue, we'd be in Kentucky. At least the sun came back out. It's bright again. Now in a place called Rhineley. Heading west again, and bypassing Stewartstown. After all, you've seen it. And now we're in Shrewsbury. Where we pick up I-83 southbound. Back for the big city. And now we're on it. I'm not going that fast. I'm not doing 74. They might be. As we're headed. The one on the bottom, that is. Whoa. I just got cut off. Caught on chip. Well, it's not tape. And the pier, back in our home state. As the sign says. We still got miles to go, though. About 30 of them. At least today I got to see a place I haven't seen in a while. A place I named my first cat after. Felton. Yes, I used to have a cat named Felton. Now back in suburbia, finally. I'm now back in burbia, whatever you call it. And back in the hood. Alright. Got an editing job to do in front of me, so I better get to it.